Yeah, Prati, it's done.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So let's go to the folder we created yesterday. This is the folder we created, right? Git demo. And also we have created some files, right? These are the files we have created and we were working on, right? We have understood the concept of working directory, staging area, local repository. These are the things we were looking into, right? Today, let's get into other interesting things. Let me open that.
Priti, git diff -FN stage or -FN cache, both are same, right?
Hyphen.
Cache.
No,
Both
R
are
cache is different.
okay.
Okay. So now, yesterday we have seen adding the files, right? Adding them to staging area, creating the files. Like we have seen the status when the files are in working directory. We have seen how to add them to staging area and to local repository. And also we have seen how to see the diff changes, I mean changes with the diff command, right? These are the things we have seen. Today, let's look into another interesting thing. What if we want to delete the file, right? Suppose I want to delete this file 3. Yeah, let's see how to do that. Simple command is git rm file, right? This will delete the file. Do ls. See, you don't have this file. Okay. Also, you can do git status now. See, file is deleted, but it says changes to be committed. Like I said yesterday, always like whenever you make any change, you have to commit. So now I deleted the file. You have to commit the change. Git commit -m, deleted the file, right? So you have to delete the file. Now, if you see git status, right, you can see on branch master, nothing to commit, it's clean. So this is how you delete the file. And now file 3 is no more. Also means file 3 is removed from working directory and from local repository as well, right? That's a simple command to delete the file. But there could be a scenario that I want to delete the file only from working directory, not from local repository, right? How to do that? Git rm cached file name. Let's say I would like to delete file 2. Okay, git rm cached file name. What it will do, let's see. Let's see, you still see the file here. Git ls files. See, file is not there in the local repository and staging area. Understood. Meaning, let's suppose there might be some files which are just log files or which are just documentation. You want to keep it in the local repository but not in the working directory, right? Maybe, I'm sorry, you want to keep it in the working directory but not in the local repository. So let's say this is some log file I just want to keep here, or some documentation I want to keep here, but I don't want to keep it in the local repository. So you can do git rm cached if you have added it by mistake, right? And obviously after making the change, you have to commit the changes. File deleted from local repository, not from working directory, right? So you can also see the status, right? Okay, fine. File is deleted, but why is it showing like this? Why is it shown as untracked? Anyone? Why is it shown as untracked?
It's deleted from local, right?
It means it's like a new file, right? It's
Right,
working like a new file, like exactly when you created it for the first time, it shows like untracked because, right? And it will ask you to add and comment, right? So this is how it will show it is working like a new file. But let's suppose I don't want Git to show this message always. But Git will keep on tracking whatever in this folder because this Git demo folder is the local repository. This git demo folder is a working directory. So git keep on showing us this message. How to avoid? I want to tell git not to track this file because this is just a documentation, or else this is just a log file. Git need not track it. How to do that? How is that possible? How can we tell git not to track certain files?
We have to tell Git to ignore this file.
We have to tell git not to track this file, right? But how to do that? I'll show you that. Before that, let me do one thing. Here, if you want to edit the file, what we are doing, we are using the inbuilt like a notepad thing, right? We were using this notepad thing. Notepad you can use, notepad plus plus you can use, or else if you want, you can use a Vim editor from CLI. From CLI itself, you can edit the files, right? Or else, let's suppose if you want to make any changes, like any thing, you can also use an editor called VS Code editor. What is this editor? VS Code editor is a very good editor, a famous editor, which will help you edit any sort of files. And also you need to have hands-on experience on this. This is just an editor. Okay. Editor means to modify the files. You click on this download, or if it is Mac, you can download this and just open the application. That's all. Okay, that's how you install it. Once you install it, whatever files you are creating to manage with your Git, all of that you can handle from here. Go to File, open the folder, open our folder like we have it on the desktop. This is the one. Right here also you can manage your files, right? Or else you can use that editor. Here another advantage is you can also have the terminal here itself. Right? Like you are doing from the CLI, you can do here itself. See, this is what we were talking about right now, correct? This one. Same thing from CLI, or else you can also use from this VS Code editor where you can edit your files as well in a better way. So you need to have hands-on experience on this tool as well. Companies are looking for good experience on certain good editors as well, like VS Code editor. So start using it from here. It could be any file. This is the editor we'll be using throughout the class, throughout the course for our Terraform files, Kubernetes manifest files, and so on. So let's continue with this. Okay, now coming back. Yes, I'm having this file in the directory, but I don't want Git to track it. But Git by default tracks whatever in this Git demo because it's a local repository, because it's a working directory. So if you want to tell Git not to track any files, you can do it with a .git ignore. Means you have to create another file called .git ignore and put the file names whichever you don't want to version control and save it. So, right, as soon as you create this file, do you see here? Earlier there was U here. U means untracked, but now it's no more. But git ignore is also after all another file, right? You should also add it and commit this. So what I'll do, git add .git ignore. Then git commit -m, let's say ignore file added. Okay. Right, so you can see on branch master, it's all sleep. Now it's not watching this, or it was not tracking this file too, even though it's present. See, git ls files. This file too is not there, but still Git is not tracking it. Understood the concept, everyone? Is that making sense? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Ritu.
here,
How to see that file in here? If it is ignore, right? We are not able to see, right?
you are seeing it here. Can you see this
Uh,
left-hand side files?
yeah.
Can't you see this?
Yeah. Git ls we are not seeing, right? Okay.
Git
Okay.
ls also you will see. We have added and committed, right?
Okay.
File tool will not see because it's no more tracking it.
Okay, it's not showing tracking. Okay.
It will not track this file anymore, even though it's present in the working directory. That's what you need. This ignore file will use the real use cases are like I already mentioned, there might be some log files, some executables, which you don't need to version control by Git, right? Those can be ignored. Or else in our DevOps, we'll be using it in Terraform, Ansible. In Terraform, we have a state file where sensitive data will be stored. Such sensitive data, you don't need to version control, right? You don't want to push it on GitHub and so on. So those can be version controlled. Okay, here I'm showing you it with the sample files. We will be using this for the actual files in the real projects as we progress. The practical implementation we'll see. Okay. But those are the use cases. And yeah, git ignore is holding the file name. Here, let's suppose you have so many log files. Okay, let's say you want to ignore everything that end with extension log. You can use star. Star is a wild character. Star means all, right? Any file with the dot log will be ignored. That's how you can also use wild characters, right? Am I making sense? Yeah, if you have multiple files, you can also use wild characters to ignore all of them. Good, everyone? All good?
Yes.
Git status. I just made some change, right? So it was showing as such. Okay. All right. So now, yeah, we made some bunch of commits. You can see all of them with git log one line. Okay, you can see the bunch of commits this way. Now let's suppose you want to undo any particular commit. What is meant by undoing?
Reverting to the previous stage.
Reversing, right? The dictionary meaning of undo means reversing, right? You reverse the things, correct? So suppose you want to undo a particular commit. Let's say there is some commit. You take any particular commit. In that commit, a file is created. You undo means what happens?
It will not be tracked. I think maybe.
What happens if you undo? See,
Changes has been
let's say
displayed.
you created a file. You undo means what happens? The reverse happens. File will be deleted, right? Or else let's suppose you have deleted. Okay, undo means file will be back, correct? This is what the meaning of undo. Similarly, let's say there is a commit ID. I could not write that complete ID, so I'm just considering it like ID. Suppose you undo this, okay? You undo this. Means, yes, all the changes whichever in this commit will be reversed, and whenever you revert, a new commit ID will be generated called B. Let's suppose here in A you created a file. In B it will be deleted, right? Again you can undo. You can undo any number of times. This B I undo. Means what happens? Another new commit ID will be generated and here it will be created again. Means again at the same point of a simple logic. These are simple logic, not only, these are not related to Git. I mean to say that's a general logic, right? Yeah, you created a file, you undo, it is deleted, again you undo, you get the same point as it, correct? So that's what happens when you undo. Undo here is called reverting. Okay, whenever you revert, all the changes happened in this commit ID will be reversed. If you want to get that back, again undo it, and every undo, every revert will generate a new commit ID. Let me show you with an example. See here, I will undo this commit. Okay, how do you undo? Git revert that commit ID. In this commit ID, what happened? Ignore file is added and file 2 is excluded from version controlling. Now I undo. See, whenever you undo, I told you, whenever you revert, New commit ID will be generated. Like whenever you run git commit command, new commit ID will be generated, right? Same is the case. And now reverting ignore file. Okay. Save it. This is Vim editor. Okay, Vim editor is a VI editor or Vim editor. That's how it is in CLI. You just escape. Okay, how to edit this? Go to escape. You see insert mode here. Then type whatever. Give some message. Whenever you're committing, you give some message, right? So give some message. Again, escape. 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 WQ. Colon WQ exclamatory. That will save the message. So it says it's undo. It has reverted. How do you know? First, check the log. New commit ID is generated. I told you, right? With the message you gave, every revert will generate a new ID. And what happened to the repository? See, why is file2 version controlled again? What happened to .git ignore? Got the
Deleted.
point, everyone? Yeah, because see, we undo this, ignore file is gone. And because ignore file is gone, again file2 is being version controlled. Understood, everyone, each and everyone.
Yeah.
I want response from all 26 participants. Good to go?
I think can you repeat it undo? Actually, I missed that due to
See,
network.
here undo will revert the changes. Reverting
Yeah.
means reversing. So I undo this particular commit, means git revert this commit ID. Whenever you revert, new commit ID will be generated. So here also new commit ID was generated. Okay, this is the new commit ID. And because I reverted this, in this commit, ignore file is added. Because ignore file is added, file2 is not being version controlled. Correct? Well, that's what ignore file does. So because I undo, ignore file is gone. And because ignore file is gone, file2 is being tracked again. Understood?
Yeah. But
Yeah, got it.
Yes, someone raised the hand, Veeraprasad. Any question? Okay, so I lost that git ignore and I could see this file tracking. Can I get it back? Yes, you can revert this new revert again. Git revert E258. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, see again commit message. See you, this is called command mode. In command mode, you can't type anything. Escape I. You go to insert mode. You give a proper message of your choice. Let's say reverting ignore file. Maybe I want to put here again and WQ exclamatory. Okay, done. So now if you see the log, yes, another ID has been generated with the message we have given. And at the back end, if you see ignore file is back, because ignore file is back, where I have mentioned the file name, file2 is no more version controlled. Correct? Understood?
Yeah, Preeti, the file is not created. Like a file is, we just added one more line. And if you revert, only that line will be deleted and the new commit ID will be generated, right?
In this particular commit ID, whatever happened will be reverted. In this commit ID, I have created the file and added a line. So whatever happened here will be undo.
Yeah, right. But in the other commit, for example, in the before 8.6, right? In that only, if the file is just modified, if one line is added, and if I want to revert, those changes only
Right.
reverted.
Right. Whatever
And
is the commit will be reversed.
And can I go back to instead of descending order? Can I go back to the one level down and we can revert? For example,
Any
7.
commit ID can be reverted. Yes,
Okay.
you can revert. Right? That's how you revert. Generally, this is the revert. This is the type of revert we use in the regular practice when you want to undo some changes. Okay, and this is the same method of undoing the things, because if you undo, even that undo means that revert is also registered with the commit ID, right? You may call it a commit ID or revert ID, whatever it is. Your undo, your reverts are registered with some commit ID. So if you want to get it again back, yes, you can revert that too. Okay. So this is one type of reverting the changes. There is another way. Let's suppose, see, this is the commit history, right? I have got a huge commit history by now. Okay, let's suppose there might be a scenario like I realized after some time that I don't need this top or latest successive, top successive or latest successive 3 commit IDs. Meaning, let's say I have done some commits. I don't want certain commits from past 1 week. Successive commit IDs means these are all successive. Top 3 I don't want. You can also do that. Okay, but here there is something called some pointer in Git called head. Head is a pointer in Git. Okay, this always points to the latest or else the topmost commit in this. So it is pointing it. That's why you see here head, right? So head always points to the topmost commit ID. But when you reset, you will lose these 3. Let's suppose 3, 4, 5, you can reset anything. Suppose I just want to discard these 3 commits. Then your head pointer will be pointing this commit because this becomes the topmost latest. That's why this is called reset. Reset will help you discard successive commit IDs. Discard means whatever changes happened in those commits will be discarded, as well as those 3 commits means whatever changes happened in those 3 will be discarded completely. Right? That is what is reset. Right? This is a very interesting thing. Let me show you. Let me show with the hands-on how you can do this. Git reset hard. You have to use this hard. Let's say top 3. Head tilde 3. That indicates, okay, that's about top 3 successive commit IDs. Okay, if you do this, see, it says now head is at 8691. Check the log, see. These 3 were discarded. Discarded means they were not only just discarded from the commit history, whatever changes happen here also discarded. Do you see that git ignore is no more? Understood the point? And later you want to discard 4. You can also do that 5, 6, whatever you can do that. Okay, this is the way to do it. Or another way is, suppose I want to discard these 4. Then this becomes the topmost, right? This becomes the topmost. So you can also put whatever commit becomes the topmost also. This is another way. You may do head tilde 4, or sorry, head tilde 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4. Head tilde 4, or else you can also put this ID. Understood? 2 ways to do it. You may put head tilde how many commits you want to discard, or else you can put the commit ID whichever becomes the head pointer. Got the difference, everyone?
Once we do this hard reset, we cannot revert, right? Those
We
whatever.
cannot revert. Yes. That's why this reset is called a very destructive and a powerful command. Okay, see, now head is here, A5. See? Right? Let's say, okay, let's suppose I just want 2 commit IDs. Git reset. First one I don't want. Git reset hard. Head tilde 1 means I just want to discard 1 topmost. See, head is at this, right? This reset is a very powerful and destructive command. What is the difference between reset and revert? Which one we should use in daily life, in regular practice?
Revert.
Revert.
Revert should be used
Revert.
because it's a save. Even though you undo, you get a commit ID generated. Using that, you can revert again. but reset will not generate a commit ID. Means you cannot again get those back, right? It generates a new commit ID each time you revert. Also, reset is for successive commits. This is for any commit you can, right? Here you cannot do reset any commit, any random commit, only successive ones. And this is called destructive and powerful command. This will be used very rarely. When you are very sure you don't want a bunch of commits, then you do reset. On regular practice, we will use revert. And this is the difference. Yes, Subhash, any questions? I see your hand raised.
Yeah, ma'am, one question. The thing is, after committing, it's going to save the files. The thing is, we have saved the files, but we don't want again. But it's failed while reverting.
I did not get you. You
See,
saved the file?
we have one file in the Git file. So whatever changes we have done in that, we are going to save, and finally we'll give the commit, and Git will close. The thing is, suppose if it commit, it will fail. Again, it will fail. Sometimes it will.
Again, you commit, why it will fail?
No, the thing is, Git is not going to commit.
Because
So
everything
in that
just
case,
were already committed.
okay, committed is fine. Now again, it will fail while reverting. Some files we are going to save. We don't want that file means, but reverting is not possible in that way.
Why not possible? See, if you are, I think you're talking about reverting a random ID, right?
Random means we are particular. If you select the 2408 edu, if you select, and the second file we are going to ignore that file. We don't want that file at all, because somebody has already done that, but again we are going to do that.
You want to revert it?
Yeah, revert is not possible in that way, because I have tried in the daily basis.
It is not possible means it will ask you, suppose the next commit is dependent on this, it will ask you to go through the steps. It will give you the steps if the next commit is dependent on it. But it is not that it will not revert. Can you also share the screenshots in the group what you are talking about, so that it will be clear for everyone?
Yeah, sure.
No? Share them in the WhatsApp group so that we can discuss on it. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So this is about a reset, the differences between reset and revert. Reset is actually an advanced command we should not be using on regular basis. And also there are different types of resets. Okay, we don't use them that extensively, or you don't need to know it. But maybe if you want to, let's say if any interviewer want to test this, you can have some idea on it. People have a lot of confusion over this topic. Different types of resets like hard reset, soft reset, and mixed reset, right? There'll be a lot of confusion over these types of resets. Here I'll show you in a very simple and easy format, so that you can also register that in a better way. And if any chance is there, like if you come across any such questions, you can handle them better. Okay, I'm not doing a hands-on, just an understanding on that. Okay, let me walk you through the different types. Let's talk about hard reset, soft reset, and mixed reset. And here working directory, staging area, and local repository. What happens when you do hard reset? Whenever you do hard reset, your changes are gone from everywhere. That's why you can't get them back. It's a destructive command. Okay, your changes are wiped off from everywhere. When you do soft reset, your changes are wiped off from local repository. You still have your changes in the staging area. If you want to get them back to local repository, what you have to do?
Git commit.
Commit, that's all. You commit, you get the changes back. And in the mixed reset, your changes will be in the working directory, but it will remove from staging area and local repository. If you want to get the changes back, what you have to do?
Add and commit.
Add and commit. That's all. Whereas hard reset, that's not at all possible. Other resets are there. This is the difference between them. We never use them. Okay, but from the perspective of interview, or else if you want to, like if you come across these anywhere, this is the chart you can memorize, which simplifies the concept a lot. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of confusion. What happens means at after each reset, the thing is, if you do git status during soft reset, what would be the message? Yes, what would git status tells us during each type of reset? Hard reset, repository is clean, right? Because it's wiped off from everywhere. Soft reset, can anyone tell me what will be the status message during soft reset?
Commit is
To
pending.
be committed, right?
be
Means it will say like to be committed. Changes to be committed. And how about the mixed?
Untracked.
Yeah, untracked. It works like a new file, right? Those are the differences. If you remember this chart, this reset concept will be very simple and easy, right? So that is about reset, and any sort of reset is used very rarely. Any questions from anyone? See, you might be having different scenarios in your mind, right? Let's say you create a file here, you modify it there, then you reset. So different scenarios might be coming up in your mind. Try those things from your end. First, the Git hands-on should be in such a way that first you do the things, whatever we are doing in the class. First, you have to do exactly. Then you pick up the scenarios on the website you have, execute them. And then you might be having your own scenarios, then try out them. That's how you can learn better. Yes? Any more questions in this part from anyone? All right. So if everyone is good till this part, let's get into another interesting concept called branching in Git. What is this branching? Also, whenever you do git status or else git commit, you might have seen this message, right? On branch master. What is this concept of branching? Yep. See, branching is very important and the concept which we use in real time, and Git has got a very good branching feature which made it so famous or so widely used. Okay. So let us look into this branching. What is this branch? See, branch, you can imagine it like a folder, okay, a virtual folder in your local repository. You can imagine it to be like a folder. And till now, whatever changes you made, whatever files you created, whatever commits you made, those are all set to be on master branch. Okay, master branch is called the default branch or the main branch. You may call it as a master branch or a main branch or the default branch. And whatever files we have created here, like file 1, file 2, everything are set to be on this master branch. So you keep on making changes, everything goes in here. Let's take a use case. There is some functional requirement 1. Okay, you made some changes here. There is a client came with some other requirement 2. you have to make changes in the same file again, file 1, file 2, but changes are different. Let's say these changes are some line 5 and line 6. Okay, these changes are some line 2, 1 and 2. Okay, but yeah, you are making all these changes in the same master branch. Let's suppose after a couple of months, okay, you want to release this master branch, meaning, let's say I want to push them to remote. Also, I have to push this functional requirement one on February, this one on May. Is that possible? How do you push your changes? How do you release them separately?
Not possible because it's in the same branch.
You can't push them separately, right? Also, so pushing these changes separately will be difficult. Also, at some point of time, you can't distinguish or identify which changes are for which requirement. Correct changes goes messed up because project changes will be huge. There might be huge changes in the files, right? You can't release them separately. One thing, you can't release them. You can't have separate releases. Also, you can't maintain separate versions this way. Also, another thing is, let's say master branch, generally we keep it as a dedicated branch, as a main branch, as a production branch. If you want to make any changes, you should not make directly here. You will be, every developer will create a separate branch, make changes there. That's the reality. Means to allow parallel development, or to allow multiple releases or multiple versions, or else sometimes you may have separate branch for each environment. Like that's the actual strategy. You'll have a separate branch for dev, staging, prod, pre-prod, and so on. So it is always a best practice to segregate the changes. So rather than placing everything here, what I'll do, I will create a branch from master. Means a copy from master, and give some name like feature branch or B1 branch, whatever, give some name here. Okay, and this functional requirement too, other requirement changes goes into this branch. So yes, you can release this for functional requirement 1 for December, 2 for February, right? This is the concept of branch. And you create a branch from master means it's a exactly copy of master. It's exactly a copy till you make a branch. Once the branch is done, they work like two parallel entities. It allows parallel development, means whatever changes make here will not be visible here, and any changes make here will not be visible to master, and vice versa. Means they work like two folders, right? There might be a folder, you created a copy of it, made changes to the copy. Will it be visible on the original folder automatically? Understood my question?
Yes.
It won't reflect, right? Let's say you have a folder. You made a copy of this folder. Whatever changes are here, do you see them back on the original one? It's a copy, means it's a copy till you make the copy. Later on, it just works like two parallel things, correct? Same is the case here. So what is this branching? How is it helpful? It is helpful for parallel development, or it allows multiple developers to work simultaneously to maintain the environments, to maintain different releases. You have this concept of branching. Again, branches could be temporary purpose or permanent. Temporary means, let's say developer want to make changes. He will not, or he will not have permissions on master. He will create a branch from master called feature branch, make changes here. If they're working fine, he will integrate them back to master, which is called merging, and delete this feature branch. Right? That's one thing. Or else it's for different releases or different environments like dev branch, staging branch. You may maintain a permanent branch for them. So it could be multiple ways. I mean, different scenarios. You may create a branch for temporary purpose or else for permanent purpose as well. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how it, branching works. Let me show you with a simple use case. Suppose here, see, I have a folder, okay? Let us imagine, see, I believe you all understood, but still to make the things much more, to make the things crystal clear, see, I am doing this. Just I will make a copy of this, okay? This is the one. Let's suppose I'm writing a story. This is some story, okay? But I have got 2 climaxes or 2 endings I want to give. I don't want to mess up this one. I want another copy. So I made a copy. I will give a different climax here and different climaxes. So I get 2 versions of my story, right? I will send both of them to the publisher. Whichever he wants, he may publish it. Or if he likes both, he may publish them as a 2 stories, right? Also, once I make a copy, if I do any changes here, will it be available on the original one?
No.
Obviously, no. The same is the case here. The same is the concept of branching. This is in a simple terms, right? Now, let's go ahead and do this with the lab. See, we have already master branch, default branch or the main branch. See on branch master. If you want to see the list of branches, git branch command will show you. See, there's only one master branch. Now let's create a branch. When you create a branch, you get the complete copy from master, including the files, the commits, everything. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a branch. How do you create a branch? Git branch minus B, branch name I'm giving as B1, sorry, B1 from master. So child branch and the parent branch. Git branch. Okay, no flag required. Okay, I created the branch. Now see 2 branches were there. Do you see B1 also? But asterisk means the star is on master, means it indicates you are on master branch. How do you know on which branch you are on? Asterisk shows you, or else this is another way, on branch master. Let us suppose now I want to switch to another branch. How to switch the branch? Git checkout master. Sorry, I'm already on master. I want to go to B1, git checkout. See, switch it to B1. Now you run the branch. See, star is B1. Okay, fine, I'm on B1. Everything like the same story continues. Now, whatever commands you run here are set to be on B1 branch. Means you have 2 files on B1. Okay, also you can check the log of B1. This log is of B1 now. See, commits, everything copied. Okay. Now, shall we create a file on this B1 now? Yeah. Let's do it. I'm going to create a new file called file3.txt. Okay. Okay, I just added some line, file3. Now, git status. See here on branch 1, untrack the same old story with respect to any branch. Okay, now imagine, okay, it's untracked, it's in the working directory. What should we do?
Add and commit.
So same concept. Add the file, again git status. It says changes to be committed. Where is the file now?
Staging area.
Branch.
Staging area. So what should I do now?
Commit.
Commit.
Commit minus M, let's say, on B1 branch. Okay, done. Now if you do git status, okay, see on branch B1. Correct? It is clean. It's clean and you have 3 files on B1. See? Git ls files will show files of B1, all the 3. Git log, 3rd commit. Good. Now tell me, is this...
Preeti, sorry to interrupt. So I have a question. So
One
we
second.
have...
Give me a second, please. Let me finish and I'll take up your queries.
Sure.
See, here you have this 3rd file and the 3rd commit on B1. Do you think we have this 3rd file and 3rd commit on master branch?
No.
No.
Do we have? Definitely not. They work like 2 parallel entities. Before showing that, any questions? Now, can you ask your question? Someone is asking.
Yeah, Pradeep. So, so while committing, right, you switched your branch to the B1 new branch, right? So why do we need to mention on the branch name while committing? So because by default now
Where did I mention? I did not mention the branch name. That's a commit message I have given.
a commit message I'm talking about.
That's how I have given the commitment. You can give any message of your choice. Yesterday we have learned M flag, right? You
Okay.
can give message. This is user defined. You can give any message of your choice so that you can understand at a later point what the commit is doing. I
Okay.
just have given it as on B1. You can give anything there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, see, like you may give third file or new file to B1, anything you may give. Now let's check if this third file, third commit are available on master or not. How to switch the branch? I want to go to master. How to go to master? Can you help me with that?
Check out master.
Check out master.
Git checkout master. Okay, see, switch it to this, and at the back end also you can see ls, only 2 files. Git ls files, only 2 files. Git log, only the log commit, the commit history of master. If you want to see commit history of any branch, other branches, I'm on master. If you want to see commit history of any other branch, you may give name here. Git log B1. Okay. Good. So
without switching also we can know. Like
yes,
in branch.
the branch.
Okay.
Log of B1 having 3 commits, 3 files. Log of master is only 2 commits, 2 files.
Preeti, while you are doing, you are getting the recent commands, right? What is the shortcut for that?
Git log 1 line.
No, while you are typing, I have seen previous comments also were visible there. What is the shortcut you used?
History.
Okay, you mean the list of commits? List of
Yeah.
commits?
Yeah. No, it was displaying there while you are typing.
Up arrow, up and down arrows.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I have got 2 files. This is called branching. This is how branching works. Let's suppose this B1 branch is a temporary branch. I have made some changes. I think they were working, they were good. Now I want to integrate them to master, means merge them to master. How to do that? How can you integrate changes from one branch to another? I am on master branch. Now, if you want to bring changes from any other branch, the command is, or else first let me write the syntax. The syntax is git merge source and the destination. Okay, that is the syntax. So following the syntax, git merge. What is the source from where you want to bring the changes?
B1 to master.
B1.
Right, B1. B1 is the source. Destination is the master. So git merge B1 to master. See, it says fast forwarding merge happened. And now if you do ls, yes, you see 3 files. Git ls files, you see 3 files. Git log of master, git log of B1. Same. Right? This is the simple concept of branching and merging.
So still do we have B1 branch?
Of course. You have to delete it if you don't want. I just merged it. If you
Preeti,
want,
what is the difference between ls command and git ls files command?
I'll show you. I switch it to B1 again. B1 is still there. You do ls, you have everything here. Okay. Branch will be there when you merge. You have to explicitly delete it if you don't want it. Okay? And ls will list the files in that particular folder. Git ls files will show the files in the staging area and local repository. Understood?
Yes.
Preeti, this is Rajayaran. So if I want to move any particular files from my branch to, I mean, master branch, how to do?
Particular files you will not. See, you are merging me.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
committed changes, commits will be merged, not the files. Always remember in Git, your commits will be merged. You work with the commits, not with the individual files.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Preeti.
Hi Preeti, this is Sagar.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to move from B1 branch to master branch again. All the 3 files. I need to check out there again.
Checkout is to switch the branch.
Okay.
You want to switch the branch to B1, go to B1. Now any commands you run are happening on B1.
I need all the files in the master branch.
Already there,
files.
right? You merge it means everything comes in. Everything we just merged, right? Git master, you have all the files on master.
Okay.
Merge will integrate changes from one branch to another. We merged it, so you get everything there. Any confusion?
Preeti, yeah, suppose if there are files with the same names, okay, or with the different names you have, okay, all the files with the same name also will get it merge explicit of the contents.
It will
See,
be
suppose
start with a conflict. Okay, this is
okay,
one we saw is a simple merge, a straightforward
okay,
merge, automatic merge.
okay,
There might be conflicts with the same
okay,
file name and the content. That is the next part, next concept.
yeah, 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 yeah. In the B1, yeah, we had only file 3, right?
Yeah. In B1, you have all the files, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All 3 files were all
See,
3 files were there, right?
there is
On
a
B1.
one second. Initially, there is a master branch, right?
Yes, correct.
You have a master branch. So on the master branch, you have file 1, file 2.
Yes.
And then I made a branch from master. So
Okay.
B1 is created, which has got that file 1, file 2.
Okay. Okay.
Then I made a new file on B1. So B1 is having 3 files now.
Okay.
Then I merged from B1 to master. Now master also had got all the 3 files.
Okay. And suppose if you are making any changes on the B1, and yeah, once we switch over yeah, from this one to that one, I mean to say, yeah, I am merging it. At that time, okay, same files will come over there, right? Yeah, what all the changes, yeah, were there on the B1, it will same changes will happen on the master also, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So this is the concept of branching and simple merging. There are scenarios. Let's suppose this is your B1 branch. Suppose, or else let's take master. Here I have created some file 4. Okay, then I went to B1. Here also I created file 4. That may happen, right? We always don't remember the file names, or else still you know there is a file, but still, yes, per the requirement you need it, you create it. Later on, if you try to merge from B1 to master, right? Already there is a file. Okay. Will it allow the smooth or fast forward merging like we discussed? That's the interesting part. That's where comes in merging with conflicts. What are those conflicts? Why you get a conflict? What happens at the back end? All of that interesting stuff, we will look into it. Okay. We have seen branching and fast forward or automatic merging today. Tomorrow we shall see merge with the conflicts. There is a lot of scenario which happens at the back end during this conflicts. We shall take up this in the next part. Any more questions you have? This is enough for today, okay? You have to do thorough hands-on on it. What are the things we have discussed today? What are the concepts? What are the things we discussed today? Git RM, sorry.
Reset revert.
Git RM we have discussed. Git RM cached, correct? Then
Yeah.
git ignore we have discussed. Yeah. And then git revert, git reset. These are simple things, but which needs thorough hands-on. Simple, but you need to do practice. Then we have learned the concept of branching and then merging. Okay, tomorrow we'll see merge with conflicts. Any questions in the topics covered today?
So Preeti, for a VS Code editor, right? If you can give some details on that. So how to enable the editing? Is it escape I or?
That is VM, that is not related to VS Code. Okay, that is the editor in CLI also.
Okay.
That's actually a Linux editor, CLI. Okay, I'll be taking a Linux concept separately, but I'll show you today also. See, suppose any file, VS Code editor, you are editing like this, right? If you go to your CLI, okay, CLI or in VS Code, that's called Vim editor. Suppose I just come out of it. Here, let's say I want to create a file and edit it. Vim file1.txt. Vim is an editor. Okay, see, this is, you are seeing the file name means it's called command mode. Okay, if you want to edit it, you have to go to insert mode. How do you go to insert mode? Escape I. Okay, type something. Now I want to save. Again, escape. See, there is nothing at the bottom. You came to escape mode again. What you have to do? Colon, WQ, exclamatory. That will save and close the file. If you want to see the file, open it with cat, you see the content. That's a Vim editor. That's a Linux concept. Understood? In VS Code editor also the same. That's how you edit. Let me show you. Here in the drive, you might have got access to the drive by now, whoever have registered. Here in the Linux part, you have a separate thing. How do you work with this Vim editor? Okay, so many shortcut options. See, type I, switch to insert mode, switch to command mode, WQ, everything is here. Do you see that?
Okay.
Okay, from here you can also use it.
Preeti, after installing Visual Studio Code, what is the extension we need to install? Only Git is enough, right?
Actually, no extensions required as of now. But yeah, if you want, you can go with a Vim. We'll be installing Terraform extension, remote extension and all. But for now, that's no extension. But you can install them as we progress, as we start those tools. Okay.
Priti, I have a Git and I try to connect it from my local machine. It is not connecting. It is asking from user password.
Okay, see, for the first time for using Git, okay, 1 second. Let's go to Git. For the first time, it may prompt for username. Okay, it will also show you the commands there. Git config commands will be shown there. Just run those commands. Git config -- username, it will show you there. Here also, whenever I'm trying to commit here, now it will not show me anything because everything is committed. Okay, it will show you git config -- username, give any name. Okay, and the email ID. Only for the first time, one time you need it. They might be present somewhere in those command list.
Okay, I will check.
How many of you have completed Estes hands-on?
I have completed. Today is when I will get a recording because I missed the
After
beginning.
some couple of hours, you will see the recording on the same recording as yesterday. Till 3 classes, I mean, till tomorrow, you will get the videos there till today. For the first time of your committing, it is asking, right? I'm placing those commands here. This is the command. This is what you're asking, right?
Yeah. Some error message I got.
This is not error message. If you are seeing something else, just share the error message in the WhatsApp, okay?
Okay.
This is what you have to do for the first time. Only for the first time once. Before you commit.
Name means username, right?
Your name, any name you want to register your commits. See, whenever we are doing the log, if you see the complete log, you will see the name here. This name and email ID, like what you want to register with. You can configure your name and email. In the commits, you will see those. To register the commits with the author name, it will ask you for username and email ID. So whatever you give there will be shown up here. Any more questions? So that is all for today from my end. Do the complete hands-on. By end of the day today, we'll be moving all the registered students to separate group. Meanwhile, you can post the queries in the same group. Till I create a separate group, you can use the same general WhatsApp group to post your queries and complete your hands-on. Right? Anything else? Any more questions from anyone? Once you do hands-on,
Jitendra, I have a question. Like, as a DevOps engineer, when you require to create the branches and merging all those things, when you require?
Were you there on the first day of Git?
No.
Okay. In the day one of Git, I have explained you that the reason is even DevOps person have so many files, config files, Terraform config files, Kubernetes manifest files, Ansible playbooks, Jenkins CI/CD pipelines through code. Even they have so many script files and config files. They have to version control them. Again, the same process applicable for everyone. So everyone should learn this.
Okay.
All right, then. Once you do the hands-on, you may be having more queries, post them in the group, or else we should also discuss them in the next class. Thank you all. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.